you can win $32,000 on the turn of a card on Card Shark. And if you play your cards right, you can win this beautiful Pontiac Fiero. And now, the host of Card Shark, Bill Rafferty.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you, Gene. Welcome, everybody, to Card Sharks. We're here to start another week, knock out some good shows, give away a ton of money, and do not forget, right back there, ladies and gentlemen, one of my favorite vehicles, a Pontiac Fiero. That could be one today. Lots of other exciting prizes. Let's get started right now. Let's get the good part of the show coming out right now. Here come our lovely dealers. Here's Susanna Williams and Lacey Pemberton. Ooh. Rhinestones. Is that rhinestones? Yeah. Rhinestones. Isn't that really nice? The Glitter Twins, ladies and gentlemen. Let's deal out the cards. We're in the middle of a game right now. I think we're about third question, first game. But let's meet our Card Sharks. Here they come. Come on out. Here is Jennifer. Jennifer, introduce yourself, please.
My name is Jennifer Matai. I just recently moved to Los Angeles from Salem, Oregon, and I'm working with an export company here.
And yes, you are, and you are working with an export company. I don't know how long you may stay there. You have got $38,113 cash and prize. Whoa. That is just phenomenal.
And a car.
And a car,
well,
yes.
sure
You've already won the car. What kind of car did you win?
It's an IROC Z28
You've got
Camaro.
one? Do you have enough room for a Pontiac?
Oh, yes. I think I can get a two-card garage.
I don't know if you watched this young lady play the cards, but there is an icy quality that this young woman gets that is just unnerving. She knows what she's doing.
Well,
let's meet the challenger over here, Jim. Hello, Jim.
Hi, I'm Jim Diamond. I'm from Long Beach, California. I'm a new car salesman.
Why are you?
Yes, I am.
How now? Have you been telling Jennifer about some new models?
No.
Not yet. Okay. Have you guys cut your cards backstage?
Yes, we have.
Good luck to both of you. I just want to remind the folks at home, we've got some terrific prizes in the deck today. We have got a trip to my favorite city, New York, New York, worth over $3,400. That's in the deck today. We've got a new sailboat sitting in there, and we are going to get started right now. First game, third question. It is our audience poll question, and we have with us this week, this is really nice, 10 newlywed young ladies who have been married 6 months or less. Whoa! Really nice. Pretty looking ladies. Jennifer, this question is for you. It's for you now. Before the show, we asked these 10 newlywed women, have you ever received a marriage proposal from a man other than your husband? How many of these 10 women said another man has proposed to them?
Well, first of all, I'm looking at their ages. They're in their mid-20s, but they're real pretty women. I'm going to say 5.
5. So
Yeah.
ride the fence a little bit. Jim, what do you think? Higher or lower?
I think they look young also, and I don't think that many of them have been proposed to that many times. I'm going to say that number's going to be lower.
You're going lower than
Yes,
5. They look good enough. I'm betting. I'm going to go high. I'm going to go 8.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 8. I think they've all been talked to once before. The actual number of these women who have said another man has proposed to them is 5.
Oh.
Right on the button.
All right.
Right on the button. And that means that money goes to money. I think you get $100. That is $100 for you. And good luck with the rest of it. And let's take a look over here. Let me just ask, well, raise your hands. Which one of these girls? Well, there's 5. There you are. Pam, tell us, who was the other gentleman who proposed to you?
Well, I had 6 others who proposed. And my husband was the 7th.
Your husband was the 7th? What quality did this man possess that you turned down 6 other guys?
Sense of humor.
Sense of humor? Obviously, it worked for him. He must feel very lucky. Have a seat, ladies. Thank you very much. Let's go to the board right now. 6 other proposals?
That's great.
Have you been proposed to?
Yes, not 6 times, though.
Okay. Here we go. We're working off a 7 right now. Jennifer, what do you want to do?
I'd like to change that card.
All right. That 7 now becomes an 8. Way to go. Lower than an 8, she says. There's a 6.
To go higher.
Higher, and this is for game number 1. No. Now, we know what happens when the cards don't work out. Jim has an interesting card right here to work from. Jim?
Lower, Bill.
He says lower than an 8. We've got a 6.
Higher, Bill.
Going on. We've got a king.
Lower, Bill.
Lower than a king, an 8. 1 card to beat you, and you found it. So, that means that we face the inevitable right now, fellows. It is sudden death right after this commercial message. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. We're about to face our fourth and final question. That, of course, means it is sudden death. Somebody's got to win the game on this next play of the cards, and control of the board here, that's the key to it. And this question is going to go to Jim. I want you to look at these two cards, though, while we're looking at it. Jim has got an ace. Jennifer's got an ace. When we get to that play or pass scenario, let's see what happens. Jim, here we go. Educated guess, Jim. Every year, Fortune magazine publishes a list of the 500 largest industrial companies in America. This year, how many of those 500 companies are headed by women? That is.
Well, I'm going to have to say with a lot of women getting into the marketplace these days, I'm going to say that number is going to be around 130.
Has to be less than 100, Jim. Has
Out
to
of
be
100.
Out of 100.
I'm sorry, out of
500.
Okay, so you're confused, and I'll be confused. I'll be the host.
Okay.
Every year, Fortune magazine publishes a list of the 500 largest industrial companies in America. This year, how many of those 500 companies are headed by women?
I will say 30.
You're going with 30. All right. Jennifer, higher or lower?
I'm going to go lower.
You're going to go lower.
Then, okay.
All right. You want to change it?
Yes, I'd like to go higher.
You want to go higher than
Yes.
30?
Thank you.
You want to freeze?
No,
Okay.
higher.
The actual number of Fortune 500 companies headed by women is 2. It is not higher, it is lower. Ooh, that is very, very interesting. Katharine Graham of the Washington Post and Liz Claiborne in Fashion, and that is it. That is a very interesting statistic. Jim, you have an opportunity here, sir. You are playing from an excellent card. You have control of the board. What do you want to do? You want to play or pass?
I'm going to have to play, Bill. I'm going to have to play.
He's
I'm going
got
to
to
go
play
lower.
off this ace. This is
Lower than the ace.
lower than an ace. Tough call for Jim. Lower than an ace. We've got an 8.
Lower.
Lower than an 8. He's right in the middle. It can go either way here. It is $500. We've got $500. That goes on his side of the board. Susanna's putting it up right now. Remember, you can only win these prizes when you win the match. Tough call again. You're right in the middle.
Lower.
Jim. You're still going
Lower, Bill. Lower.
Lower. It is a 4.
Higher, Bill.
Higher than a 4, he said. It is a 7.
Higher, Bill. You've got to go higher.
He's got to do it.
Got to go higher.
Higher than a 7. It is.
Whoa.
Way to do it. Oh, that was terrific. That's the first time I'd ever seen a pair of aces up there where you could have either passed to an ace or you had to play from an ace. Really a tough group of cards to call. You did an excellent job. And for doing such an excellent job, Jim, you've got one game on your side of the board. Remember, the first player to win 2 games, they go on to win the match. And Lacey's already dealing out the cards for game number 2. And let's get started. And this one is for you. Jennifer,
Okay.
you ready?
Uh-huh.
We surveyed 100 bachelors, and we asked them, have you ever cried yourself to sleep over a woman? After she loaded up your visa and took the bartender home. I mean, I don't know. No. Have you ever cried yourself to sleep over a woman? How many bachelors admitted they have cried themselves to sleep over a woman?
Oh, I think that's going to be a high number. I think most bachelors are very sensitive and have probably gotten themselves in that kind of situation. I'm going to say it's going to be 72.
72, Jim. Higher or lower?
Oh, no. Bachelors, they usually have their little black book, and if a woman leaves them, I think they're going to call the one next door. So I think that number's going to be lower.
You're going lower.
Yes.
We have a cultural separation in these answers here. I'm very interested in these. The actual number of bachelors who have cried themselves to sleep over a woman is 33. It is lower. It is lower. So, Jim, the challenger, goes to the board. Here's your card, Jim. It's a 9.
Change that card, please, Bill.
All right, that 9 now becomes a 2.
Higher, Bill. Higher.
Higher than a 2? We've got
Higher,
a 3.
Bill. Higher.
Higher than a 3? We've got a 2. Only one card could have done it. You found it. You did the same thing with the ace before. But that means that Jennifer has a free shot at the cards, and she must play from this card. There you are, Jennifer. It's a queen.
Lower, Bill.
Lower than a queen, she says, an 8.
Lower.
She goes on, an 8. So, cards not happening. We're back and get our another question. Here we are. We're going to pick it up right now. We have another question to go, but we will get to it right after this commercial message. Welcome back. We're in the middle of our second game right now, and Both these players working from excellent cards. Let's get on with it right now. Here's our question, and it goes to Jim. Jim, we surveyed 100 New York City cab drivers, and we asked them, where's my change? Give me my money. No. We surveyed 100 New York City cab drivers, and we asked them, have you ever been mugged by a passenger? How many New York City cab drivers have been mugged by a passenger?
Well, I think that number is going to be quite high because I think they'd be very easy prey. So I'm going to say about 72.
What do you think, Jennifer? Higher or lower?
Well, I spent a summer in New York, and I know that they probably are a little easy prey. I'm going to say a little lower.
You're going to go a little bit lower?
A little lower.
I drove a cab for 2 years in New York when I was getting started, and I was never bothered, never accosted in any way. I'm going to go lower. I'm going to say significantly lower. The actual number of cab drivers who have been mugged is 22. It is lower. It is lower. Safe town, New York. Jennifer, you've got a queen.
That's a good card. I'm going to go lower.
Lower than a queen is an 8.
I'm going to go higher. I'm going to go higher.
She's going higher than an 8. There is $500 on her side of the board. Another prize card comes up. Susanna's putting it up right now. Both the players have $500. 8.
I'm going to go lower.
You're going to go lower. Lower than an 8. A 5.
I'm going to go higher.
Going higher than a 5, it is a 2.
Oh.
So, we got to go all the way back to that queen, and that means that Jim gets a shot from an excellent card.
Higher, Bill. Higher.
Higher than a 2, he said. There's a queen.
Lower, Bill. Lower.
Lower than a queen, there's an 8.
Lower, Bill.
He's going to go on.
Lower.
He goes on. He says lower than an 8. There's a 9. So, I know you were undecided. You wanted to freeze, and then you went. All right, let's go on right now with our next question. This is our audience poll question. Here come our newlywed ladies. Come on up here, ladies. 10 newlyweds. They've been married less than 6 months. Jennifer, before the show, we asked these 10 newlywed women, if your new husband wanted to give his mother a key to your home, would you agree? How many of these 10 women would agree to give their mother-in-law a key? Boy, we're talking national security here, boy.
I think most would just to keep things on a nice basis at home. I'm going to say, just to be safe, I'm going to say 9, though. 9.
How many of these 10 women would agree to give their mother-in-law a key?
9.
You're saying 9.
Thank you, 9.
Jim?
Well, I think that in-laws are probably one of the biggest problems with marriages, and I think there was a lot of confrontation there, so I'm going to say that number is going to be lower.
You're going lower than 9. I'd give her a key just so I knew where she was. That's right. The actual number of these women who would agree to give their mother-in-law a key is 8. It is lower by 1. By 1. Who are the young ladies who would give their mother-in-law a key? Let me see your hands, please. There they are. Yes. Let me, all the way down at the end. Myra. Is that how I say that? Myra?
Myra.
Myra. That was close. Myra, what, you would give your mom-in-law a key?
Yes, because all the time I was growing up, I've been known to either lock myself out of the house or lose my keys.
So it's nice to have somebody you can call. That's terrific. Have a seat, ladies. Thank you very much. All right, Jim. You got a good card.
I'm going to have to go higher than the 2, Bill.
Going higher than a 2 again. We've got a 2. Ooh, boy, Jim, you're finding them. You really are. All right, Jennifer, you're from the queen.
Lower, Bill.
Lower than a queen. There's a 6.
Higher.
Higher than a 6. Here's a 9.
I'm going to freeze.
You're going to freeze. She's going to freeze. She's in a must-win situation, and I think she just realized what I'm going to tell you, that this is now sudden death. This is our final question, and somebody's got to win the game on this next play of the cards, and Jim, this is going to be for you, sir. We surveyed 100 people who have been fired from a job, and we asked them, did your boss have the courage to fire you face-to-face? How many people said their boss did personally fire them?
Well, I think that with big businesses that the big boss likes to pass the buck, so just maybe a right-over supervisor would let you know so that he wouldn't have to face the trauma every day. So I'm going to say that number is going to be around 23.
Higher or lower, Jennifer?
I think that's one of the responsibilities of a boss, and so I'm going to say it's going to be higher.
You're going to go higher than 23. The actual number of people who said their boss personally fired them is 53. It is higher. Jennifer's strategy pays off. It's sudden death. You want to play or pass?
I'm going to pass it.
He's going to pass it to Jim. Jim playing off the deuce.
Higher than the 2, Bill.
Every turn of the card important to Jennifer. Higher than a 2, here's a 6.
Higher than the 6, Bill.
Higher than a 6, a jack.
Lower than the jack.
Lower than a jack, it is a 9.
I'm going to go higher.
Higher than a 9.
Lower than the 9.
You're going
lower than the 9.
Lower than a 9. Very important. If he is right, he is our new champion. If he's wrong, we have a tiebreaker coming up. Lower than a 9.
Lower than the 9.
It is! Boy, the agony on your face. Jennifer, you were wonderful.
A wonderful time.
Well, you have...
Best game here.
Yeah, you've really played 2 good games here.
Yeah, it's really
38,000, 213,000 cash and prizes. Thank you so much. Come on over, Jim. Come on over, Jim. Way to go. Way to go. Come stand over here. We're going to be right back with Jim, the money cards, the new car, right after this commercial. Welcome back, everybody. I know that Jim forgot about this, but you also picked up $1,000 on that. You had a $500 cash card, and you had $500 from having a correct answer in one of the games. So he's got some money in his pocket right now, and Lacey and Susanna are dealing out the money cards, and Jim certainly knows how to play those. But in addition to all the money he can win, we've added a joker to the deck, and any time it turns up in the money cards, he will have the opportunity to win that brand-new Pontiac Fiero. And for winning our match, of course, we're going to guarantee him a shot at winning that car. There's the joker we're going to give him, and Lacey's holding it right over there. Let's get started right now. You ready to do it? Yes. Jim, this is a lot of fun. Give him $200. Take some money, Jim. Here's your card, sir. You've got a 2.
All of it higher, Bill.
All of it higher
All
than
of it
a 2.
higher.
If another 2 comes up, that's a push, no win, no loss.
All of it higher, Bill.
All of it higher than a 2. You've got it. 400 on a 7.
Change that card with 3, please.
All right, that 7 now becomes a 9. 400 on a 9.
$50 lower.
50 lower.
50 lower.
$50 lower than a 9. Here's a 5. 450 on a 5. 450 on a 5.
$300 higher. 300 higher.
300 higher than a 5. It is. Take a breath. It's easy, Jim. We're going to get you some money here. Just relax a little bit right now. Take you up to the second level. We'll give you $400 more. You have $1,150. You're working off a queen.
I'm going to go $500 lower.
500 lower than a queen?
Lower.
It is. $1,650 on a 5.
I'm going to go... Change it with number 1.
He changes the card. He can change 1 card per line. That 5 now becomes an 8.
All of it lower. All of it lower.
All of it lower than an 8.
All of it lower.
Yes.
All of it.
3,300.
All of it higher, Bill.
All of it.
All of it higher.
Have you ever bet $3,000 on a card?
No, I haven't. All of it higher.
This is $6,600 right here. Yeah. $6,600. You must wager at least $3,300.
$6,000 lower. $6,000 lower. $6,000 lower, Bill.
$6,000 lower than a king. Yes! I got $13,600. You're happy? I had to wish you with it. We'll be right back with Jim, the family, the car. We'll see what happens right after this. Well, things have gotten somewhat quieter around here. I can't tell you what a thrill this has been. I'm so happy about it. It's nice to see a young family end up with $13,600 in their pocket. Yeah, that was it. Jim, why don't you introduce the family?
Bill, this is my wife, Kelly, and my daughter, Samantha, and there's still 2 at home.
And there's still 2 more at home?
Yes.
Oh, 2 more girls?
Yes.
Well, you got a head start on maybe 1 wedding now, I think.
Yeah.
What was going through your mind when he was working the cards?
that Christmas is going to be wonderful.
Absolutely, yeah. Now you don't gotta make that list and put the price next to it.
No,
like I used
no,
to.
no, no.
Yeah.
I already did that. I'm throwing
Do you
it
ever
out.
go through the store like, oh, that's too expensive. Put that back. I can't afford that. Anyway, we're going to be right back. We're going to be back tomorrow. We don't have time to go for the car. We're going to pick it up right from the beginning.